Hey guys, so you've heard me talk about accountable plans before, and today I want to talk about some of the mistakes that will lead you to pay more taxes when you're using an accountable plan. So the very first one is failing to properly establish your accountable plan. Now, an accountable plan, to have it properly done, needs to have an actual document that says, what is the accountable plan? Under what circumstances do expenses get reimbursed? Under what circumstances do expenses get denied for being reimbursement? Okay, or for being reimbursed. Who is eligible for reimbursement? Is it only managers? Is it only owners? Is it everyone in the company? Okay, so an accountable plan must be an actual established document. If you don't have that, and the IRS comes to look, they can literally remove your entire accountable plan, all of your deductions. Now, for most companies, an S Corp, a partnership, a C Corp, an accountable plan includes your home office, your personal use of their business use of personal cell phone, business use of personal car. It could include the day that you forgot your business card and you bought a dozen of donuts for your staff on your personal card. None of that will be deductions. We actually just had a court case. It was the IRS versus Simpson, January 10th of 2023, where a married couple failed to establish that their wholly owned S Corp had a proper accountable plan under Treasury Regulation 1.62-2D-F. And this meant that all of their expenses incurred personally by the taxpayer were not deductible as business expenses, okay? This is a huge thing. Now, I know for some people, their accountable plan can be smaller, $2,000 a quarter, $5,000 a quarter, but a quarter, meaning $20,000 a year worth of expenses. But I have seen some pretty big accountable plans. I've seen cases where someone had a $45,000 quarter because they made some improvements on their home office, something like that. Okay, so losing your accountable plan can be a really big deal. So step number one, make sure you have a written plan. If it's not written, it's not going to fly with the IRS. Now, step number two, written is great. You have to follow whatever you wrote down. Okay, so if you say we're going to reimburse all staff in the company, and one of your staff, your employee submits a receipt for that dozen donuts and you don't reimburse it, you could lose your entire deduction, again, across the board. So it has to be written. You have to do what it says. Now, thirdly, in a perfect world, you are actually reimbursing that accountable plan every single month, okay? But the IRS has allowed cases where you do it every quarter, all right? Now, if you're not, so this is the third case, if you're not properly following your reimbursement schedule, again, whatever is written down. So if the schedule is every month reimbursement, you better be reimbursing within 15 days of the previous month, whatever your document says. If it's every quarter, you better reimburse within 30 days of every quarter, right? It's very, very important. So it's got to be written down. You've got to do whatever it says you're going to do, okay? And it's got to be within the proper timeline. Now, if you have those three things, you should be safe. But of course, number four, and the final one, is you have to have a CPA, a tax preparer, that understands how to properly report the expenses on your tax return, okay? So if you have spoken to your CPA or your tax preparer about hey, what's this accountable plan thing? And their eyes kind of glaze over, it might be time for a new CPA. Tax Goddess, as a tax strategist and full service CPA firm, knows accountable plans inside and out, and we would be happy to go over it with you, help you create the document, help you create the plan, and of course, try to keep you accountable for doing your reimbursements properly. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to our team. You can find us at Tax Goddess, either way, taxgoddess.com. And we're looking forward to helping you make sure that you get all of your deductions. All right, have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you later. Bye.